Today was really good. I mean, in terms of the defense portfolio, the main topics that we spoke about were non-proliferation, disarmament, and what we mainly tried to do is have a consensus and a unified front between all of the G8 and G20 nations in addressing, instability that's a global pandemic right now, specifically in addressing the issues of North Korea, Iran, and just the regional security. We're trying to push for a unified front in terms of disarmament and just seeing how we're able to achieve this with, the whole community acting multilaterally as well as bilaterally.
Today's themes in the Justice Committee were cybersecurity, upon which we spent quite a bit of time discussing new policy, debating about new policy and developing on it. We discussed cross-border crime in some detail too, along with migrant and asylum rights. And we finished off with corruption, whereby we were coming up with new policies and new possibilities for prevention and for controlling of corruption.
Today we had a really great time. I was excited to actually launch off the day by co-leading the conversation. I was the secretary of the group, so today I was helping us articulate some of our key points, some of our key policies, and a lot of the recommendations that we want to put forward. The two main topics of discussion were Libya, the ongoing situation there, as well as that in Mali. Mali was one of particular interest to me, and I actually played a huge part in crafting a lot of the recommendations there, particularly around security in the Sahel. We talked about displacement, the refugee and the food crisis, and all the subsequent effects there. So I'm really excited to see where our conversation continues to go. I think there's been a lot of productive, great open dialogue. We've heard from a diversity of voices.
We talked about diverse range of energy environment issues, primarily focusing on resource management, so on water issues, on land usage, on food, on maritime security, all these issues that we felt we could get tremendous international cooperation, and some were contentious and some we found a lot of agreement, but they were all really interesting discussions.
Today we covered a lot of ground in our committee. We kind of agreed on the establishment of a multinational institution that relies on a convergent value chain system to actually determine and deliver KPIs on PPPs, so key performance indicators on public-private partnerships. It's something that actually hasn't been done yet and will involve multiple stakeholders, so NGOs, governments, pre-existing institutions like UNESCO, the World Bank, IMF, etc., and then of course governments. The way that we've envisioned it is as a summit whereby countries and other stakeholders can actually share best practices and in the process improve education globally.
So today what we really focused on throughout our discussions was mainly the promotion of sustainable and fair world trade. It's an issue that plagues many different nations, and a lot of discussion surrounded it. Next, we talked a lot about youth unemployment and the importance of entrepreneurship. This was a really, really big topic, and the discussion went on for about, I'd like to say, an hour and a half. And lastly, we did talk a lot about development and the Millennium Development Goals post-2015. There was a rich discussion all throughout, and it was all in all a really great day.